So, okay, the first thing first, let's clear out the FMC and go in and retrieve the setup from SimBrief, like this. Right. Go into this initial page, and it's Boco Airlines 1, 2, 3, 4, which is the flight number. The cost index we have over here in the SimBrief, the cost index is 5. So let's get back and put cost index of 5 into here, and as always, I'm always using 320, flight level 320, even though I know there are different altitudes you use when you fly different directions, but I'm not. And calculating the zero fuel weight and the weights with all of the fuel on board, weight, landing weight. So we will be using around, is it 10 tons or is it 5 tons of fuel? That's a good question. Alright, so let's get into the pre-flight. I believe that it's actually a quite long runway here in Bodø. Yeah, they are 3,400 meters, 3.4 kilometers. So they are pretty far. So we can use a standard of 1 flaps and a flex temperature of 55. Like that. Then calculate the speeds, the V1, the V rotate, and the V2 speeds. Like that. Yeah. And then the program, it's all fine. Flight plan, we know it's fine. Yeah, just looked at it. Yeah. Anything else I have forgotten? Probably. Yeah, I think I'm going to wait to do the rest. No, let's get the IFR clearance now that we're here. So
Bodø ground Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray 320 IFR to Leipzig, ready to copy.
Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray 320 is cleared to Leipzig Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 25 climb and maintain 14,000 feet. Departure frequency is 118.55, squawk 0726.
okay, so we're going to fly runway heading until we're going to climb and maintain 14,000 feet. I've entered the 14,000 feet into the
Airbus 320, read that correct.
autopilot. Just turn up the lights here in the MCDU. No, not. Actually, I forgot what this is called. MCDU. Yeah, I forgot what this is called. But that doesn't matter right now. Okay. I think the plane is pretty much set up until the inertial reference system has aligned in more than 7 minutes, so there's no need for you to wait for that. So let me just stop the recording and I'll resume as soon as we have inertial reference. Okay, and I'm back. Now we are at 2 minutes until we got inertial reference aligned. So let's go to the overhead panel and set up the rest of that. So first we need to turn on all our lights. like so. And we need to turn on our seat belts and our no smoking, and we need to arm our emergency lights. And the dome light, for some reason I've been looking for that. Yeah, well, sometimes you can't see the forest for trees. That. Okay, and we need to turn on all our fuel pumps. I don't know why I keep saying turn off when I mean turn on. So that was it. We have about 1 minute so we can to initial reference, so we can start the APU. It takes about a minute for that one to start up. That. You can go into here and the flap is open. Now the N1 should start to increase and the gas temperature should increase. And at some point we're going to get external power, and that means we can disconnect. When this happens, when we get power, we can disconnect the external power and not cut it when we get the pushback, as I have done in the past. I'm not going to lie. And yes, it is embarrassing. Now you can see all our strobe lights on, our wing lights and stuff like that. You just take a look from the outside. That's kind of is that up there somewhere? Well, we have inertial reference system that's been aligned, and that means we have GPS primary. We can delete that one. And do we have, yes, we have the APU, so we can disconnect external power, and hopefully the plane won't go dark. And it didn't. Oh. Okay, and that means that we are ready for pushback. So ground services. Request
Bodø
pushback.
ground Airbus Alpha Sierra.
I
X-ray
just
320
need my
requesting pushback.
trusty old joystick,
Airbus Alpha Sierra, X-ray tree, 20 pushback request accepted.
and I will disconnect the parking brake. So I'm going to put the engage manage heading mode. Oh, I'm going to engage the manage heading mode. That. Going to control our own speed. I'm probably going at some point have to change that again, but I don't like the way the speed is managed by the flight management computer, so below 10,000 feet I'm going to do that one myself. Okay, and the pushback has started. Too bad it's dark outside, otherwise it's a beautiful place. Bodø. Which is also one of the reasons why I love flying in Norway. Because it's just such an incredible, beautiful space. I think we've got enough pushback.
Bodø ground Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray 320 requesting the end of pushback.
Airbus Alpha Sierra,
Okay,
X-ray
and
320 request.
re-engage
Pushback
the
received.
parking brake. That. And we'll go back to clearance. And he is gone now. Oh, he is moving away, so we can start our APU. No, we have started the APU, but we can start the APU bleed, which is going to spool up our engine. We can set the engine mode selector to start, and we're going to start engine 2. The N2 is going up. And the N1 is going up. And at some point we're going to have some fuel flow. And the fuel flow started
Your flight will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines.
Okay, that's on air, and then when we have fuel flow on the first engine, we can start engine 2. And we can start our weather radar, and we can start our TCAS radar. So now engine number 2 should come available. It did right there. So we'll just wait until engine 1 comes available. Engine 2 has started generating power. Now engine 1 should come online. It came online there, which means that we can stop the APU bleed and we can stop the APU. And then we're going to request taxi.
Bodø ground,
We're going to
Airbus
turn
Alpha
on
Sierra
our
X-ray 320 with Yankee
taxi
ready
light.
to taxi IFR.
Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray 320 taxi to and hold short of runway 25 using taxiway Whiskey Echo cross runway 25 Golf Yankee Foxtrot. Contact tower on 118.1 when ready.
Going to acknowledge that one.
Taxi to and hold short runway 25 via taxiway Whiskey Echo cross runway 25 Golf Yankee Foxtrot Airbus 320.
Okay, we're going to disconnect the auto throttle. No, not the auto throttle, but the parking brake. Completely different thing. Then we're going to start taxiing. There's a car in the way. Well, let's go around that one. Apparently he wants to get run over by an airplane. And when we are rolling into the out to the runway, we can put on the flaps, and that triggers our takeoff or takeoff checklist. So, and that means we need to put on our max brake in case we need to abort the takeoff. We need to arm the spoiler. We'll test the takeoff. Normal. And then when we reach the runway, we will check in with the cabin crew, of which we have one right now. Go away, you stupid car.
Bodø Tower Airbus Alpha Sierra X-Ray Tree 20 ready for IFR departure runway 25.
Airbus Alpha Sierra X-Ray Tree 20 altimeter 29er decimal 83 wind tree at 29er. Cleared for takeoff runway 25.
I'll just go past him.
Cleared for takeoff runway 25 Airbus Alpha Sierra X-Ray Tree 20.
Yeah, and I saw that I just did something wrong. I should have gone across. Gone across the runway and then gotten back until I requested the takeoff clearance. But now I have the takeoff clearance, which means the runway is mine. All mine. Let's see if we can turn this bad boy around. We're ready. We're going to go for 50%. First, let the engine stabilize at 50%, and then we're going up. Okay, then let's bring it back down to flex. That. Ooh, and the wind is strong today. Wow.
Airborne time locked.
We're airborne. We're going to bring up the gear. So. Now we're coming across the S, which means we can
Going to 118.55 Airbus
retract
320.
the flaps.
Bodø Center Airbus
Do
Alpha
that
Sierra
there.
X-Ray 320 is at 1,400
Now we're more than
climbing 14,000 feet.
Airbus Alpha Sierra X-Ray Tree 20 Bodø Center altimeter
we're more than 1,500 feet, so we can put the thrust mode into first climb.
Keep speed not above 280 knots Airbus 320.
Above, it's not a problem because the on-air company just measures whether or not we fly 250 below 10,000 feet. Let's do that. Okay, we're already way above 250 feet. 260. Let me just check if on here. Yeah. You can see we already got a red notice on that. That's what happens sometimes. Get back.
Flight row 77 flight contact Bodø approach on 124.0. Good day.
Let's see. You can see something. Well, it's difficult today. A lot of clouds. But the colors do look beautiful. Huh. Okay. We're coming up on 9,000 feet. Okay. Now we're above 10,000 feet. Now, which means that we can make it the speed managed again. Turn off the taxi lights. And we can remove the speed brakes.
124.0 for Scandinavian 4116.
Yeah, I think that was the start of this journey. I still need to keep, because this is blinking, is because that the FMC thinks that the transition level, which means the level from where we are using the actual barometric pressure to measure the height, is below 18,000 feet. But Flight Simulator always uses 18,000 feet. And since we only are climbing to 14,000 feet, I still need the barometric pressure to measure the height of the my height. So as soon as I get an altitude higher than 18,000, I'm going to change the altimeter to standard pressure instead of the biometric pressure. So, but there is no reason for you to see that, so let's stop the that came here.
Climb and maintain
We
flight
can
level
just
190 Airbus 320.
make it managed again. There's no reason for you to see me do absolutely nothing for the next hour or so. So let me get back to you as soon as we are getting ready to land. So, hi. Okay, I'm back. We have already begun the approach into Leipzig-Halle in Germany. For some reason, the ATC started speaking, I think it's Danish, but it could be Chinese. I can't really hear it. But so it sounds a little bit strange the way they're speaking. But basically, what has happened is that I'm cleared down to 8,000 feet, and I should keep my speed not above 250 knots, and I'm cleared into Leipzig-Halle. Yeah, and we are down under 18,000 feet, so we need to use the barometric pressure again. And I'll just just press it here, and then to get the correct pressure, like that. Yeah, so that gave us around 500 extra feet. So yeah, well, I have while I've been flying down here, I got the META report for Leipzig. It's right here, and so we can enter it into the performance computer right here. So the QOH is 1028. So I don't know what the temperature is, but let's say it's around 10 degrees. The wind is 10 knots from 300 degrees. So it's 300 degrees and 10 knots, like that. And we're going to land with the full configuration, which means we are going to land with flaps full, like that. Let's get back to this one. Let's see how far we are. We're getting closer to the ground. So yeah, when we get below 10,000 feet, I will set up the plane for landing. Well, the initial part anyway. Which means I'm going to turn on the landing lights. I'm going to turn on the to auto brakes. I'm going to arm the speed brakes. I'm not sure if we're going to need the speed brake anymore, but I don't think so. So for now, we're just going to arm it, and then we're just going to start flying the approach. We can change the range. Short, 40. And we get the handoff to go to the approach for Leipzig. Yeah, you can hear, I don't know what language it is. At first I thought it was Danish, but then it sounded a little bit Chinese, and then it sounded Danish again. But I don't know what I've done, but I'll check it out after I stop the video. Or after I've landed, anyway. We're coming up to 10,000 feet, which means I'm going to reduce my airspeed even more. Så skal vi faktisk helt ned på 230 knop. Sådan, vi skal ned på 6.000. Lige en tak for det. 6.000 fod. Sådan der. Vi er i hvert fald under de 250 knop med 10.000 fod, så det er bare perfekt. Så er der noget her, hvad højde landingsspænden er i. Nej, det gør det faktisk ikke. Det er også lige meget. Det er lige meget. So we are soon going to be within 20 nautical miles. Oh yeah, we are below 10,000 feet, so we should start putting on our landing lights. Oh, the wrong way, dude. That. We are going to arm the speed brake. We're going to choose the auto brake. We're going to use medium because I don't really know how long the runway is, and I don't really care. I just want to get it stopped like that. We're not that high above the ground anymore, so and we're just about to fly over the airport. Sorry about that. It'd be somewhere down here below the clouds. Yeah, and I can turn on the landing system so that we get the ILS information. Coming up on 6,000 feet. Okay, we got the not the vertical, the horizontal information now. And the reason why we don't have the vertical information is because we are on the wrong side of the runway, I think. Nice clouds, but it does mean that we can't really see anything. And it has been a nice trip down here. Well, when we started, we had clouds, but for the better part over Sweden and Denmark, there were no clouds. They just came back around, I don't know, Berlin maybe a little north of Berlin. See if I can turn these up a bit. Yeah, starting the turn into the runway. Again, we have to break up a little bit. We have to descend to 3,000 feet. Maybe we can contact the tower when we are inbound. We're not inbound yet, we are outbound, so we don't have to contact the tower just yet. No, I still can't see the airport because of the clouds, so. And now we have the vertical information, and that's because we now are east of the runway threshold. And because we are above the glide path and we are traveling outbound, I'm not going to increase my drag or anything. We are going to do just fine here. So I think I'm going to, when I turn on my, is it base leg it's called? Or, yeah, I forgot what it's called. But when I'm turning into the towards the runway here, I'm going to put on my first set of flaps, and then when I turn inbound, I'm going to reduce my speed and extend the. I'm going to fly, and then around 10 miles out, I'm going to reduce speed, and let's see how that works. So what was the wind again? It was 10 knots at 300, and so we're going to have a little bit of crosswind. Well, it's basically 260. Is my so there's going to be a little bit of wind, but I don't think it's going to be an issue. And the last time I thought there was going to be an issue. There was no issue. So maybe this time there's actually going to be an issue. We'll have around what, 8 miles to go until the turn. Still have 4 miles out. Maybe we should go to Kosam directly? No. Let's fly it as it's planned. Switch on the approach mode, and it's a category 3 single, and we can see that we are in nav mode, but we are acquiring the localizer. So we're going to turn. Does it go base? We just flew the downwind and there's an upwind, and then I think we're turning base now. I'm going to learn that info the next time I'm going to fly with you. Okay. So now that we are here, let's just fly it like this. Going to tune in the tower. We'll have around 18 miles when we turn in to get into the airport. See that here we have 22 miles distance to fly, and we're around 4 miles until we turn. Two miles. Okay, now we have acquired the luck. So now we're controlled by the ILS. The radio altimeter is alive. we're going to catch this one. Now we're inbound the runway, so let's contact sådan. Og vi kan se banen herude. Og I kan se, at vi har en lille komponent af sidevind, der kommer herovre fra. Og vi allerede nu er, at vi fjerner vores throttle. Jeg ved ikke, om I lader mærke til, men jeg har kørt den her kugle ned. Well, I just removed the throttle and I pulled back on my throttle so that it was aligned with the actual thrust setting currently by the autopilot. That means that I should keep the same speed. Now I think we are very close. We are, so I'm going to extend the flaps. We were below flap speed. I'm going to reduce my thrust down to 0. That, and we're coming up to the next flap point. And there, and the flaps. We'll have 2 flap settings to go, yes. Okay, below flap speed. Flaps. And finally, full flap. That. Okay, what do we have? We still need the landing gear. That was the landing clearance. Yeah, we need to.
Flight attendants, please prepare for landing.
We are around 1,000 feet. I'm going to take control over the autopilot. But the plane is basically completely stabilized, so I don't really have to do much. Just a little bit of correction, a little bit more speed. I'm going to extend the landing gear, and then just bring this buzz in, as they say. The really cool ones. Of course, that's me. To make a perfect landing today. That is the plan anyway. But then again, that is the plan every time. And
Wing 310 at 10 knots.
very seldom get perfect, but I must say this is not
400.
bad. This is not half bad.
300. 200. 100.
Oh, I think we lost a little bit there.
50. 40. 30.
Yeah, I reduced the throttle.
20.
Idle.
10. 5.
Landing time logged.
Okay. Reverse thrust. Down to 60 knots.
Airbus 320, turen next taxiway.
And we can't go anywhere because the medium brakes are still on. That should have disconnected. Did that. Yeah.
Airbus 320, turen
Yeah,
next
yeah,
taxiway.
I know. Now that we have landed, we can remove landing light. Turn off light. Oh, whoa. Where are you going? Okay, well, we're not going all that way. Just because I'm very good at landing. So we're just going to exit right here.
Airbus 320, turen next taxiway. Airbus 320, contact 112 decimal 05.
Okay.
112 decimal 05.
We're going to turn on the APU so it's ready for use. Yeah. No, not parking. No, no. So it's not passengers today, it's VIPs you have. So. And now that we are at the ground, we can turn off all our radars. The weather radar and the traffic collision radar. That. Ja, es ist eine sehr schönes Flugzeugfeld. And for all the German speakers, it's a very nice airport. Just looking to see what it was complaining about, and it just complaining about that we've shut down the weather radar. Having a little nice taxi speed. I wonder what that is. It's part of the fuel system or something like that. De-icing maybe? I don't know. Je ne sais pas. That was French. And no, I don't speak French either. Wow, we're going over the Autobahn. I think we are. Pretty cool. But it is a long taxi, I must say. What are those? Okay. Not the best modeling here. And I think we are about where we're going to park. A little bit high maneuvering speed here. It is a pretty detailed airport, I must say, and a very big one. I didn't think that the Leipzig airport was that big. But you live and you learn. And now I am there. And we do have a marshal. So, you're on the right course now. Going to loosen here very soon. Yeah, we're just going to stop there. I'm going to put on the parking brake. Yeah, we do have ground power. Take that in, shut down the mode selector, shut down the engines. Okay, we're
Engine
here.
off, time logged.
Yeah.
Flight is finished. It has been
So
monitored
let's go
by
back
On-Air.
to On-Air and see how we did. Yeah, well, oh, wow, 1%. That's actually a pretty big reputation increase. I don't usually get that much. Why is that? I get 0.62%, and I lost 0.14% because of the above 250 knots below 10,000 feet. A very nice soft landing, another 50 in crew impact. And then I got a few bonuses. I don't know, not too bad a flight. So we're just going to press OK on this one, and we're done. And I did use time to speed up the time because I'm actually in a bit of a hurry. So the plane is still not at Leipzig, but it will be when I get back. So I think next time we're going to do some landing challenges. I have actually already recorded one of them. I just need to edit it a bit. And then that one will be uploaded as well as a new playlist. Yeah, I think that was all from this time. So please join me next time for another adventure. So bye for now.